Okay, everybody, it's time for a celebration because Limited Run Games is doing it. Now, we originally always thought this was going to be a lot sooner, but I guess they're going to try to make this move happen, which I'm not too sure with the tariffs going on, but the countdown has begun. Oh, yeah. So let's check this out. Here we are with Limited Run Games website, and they are selling it, and you don't even, if I'm correct, you don't have to go too far, but I think you can just type in Doom and it'll come up. So that's what I would say you would have to do. Or you could go to games. So you're going to put Doom in here, everybody, and you're going to see that they have Doom for Super NES and the collector's edition. Pre-order time has begun. And they even have a controller, everybody. Let's check this out. So, this collector's edition of Doom for the Super NES. Now, originally they said there was only going to be 666 made of this. But I think that was the last thing that they came out with. Because they know that everybody's going to want this and it's going to sell. But it still says it right here, everybody. Right here. It still says it. That's crazy. Doom on a playable cartridge. Only 666 units. Limited pre-orders. So, the pre-orders start tomorrow. And we already have a countdown. And there is a controller that you can buy. So the problem with this is it's very expensive for this because people are going to want to open it and play it. But my warning to all of you people out there, this game right here, watch out because it's way amped up. Okay, they used to have an FX2 chip. Okay, so Super Nintendo came out with the FX2 to try to, or the FX chip, I guess. I don't know if it's an FX1, FX2, but they're using an FX3 chip, I guess, in this game. Now, here's the problem I have with this. This game right here, people, you run the risk of frying your old system. So if you go to play this on your old system, I'd be wary about that because they had some Nintendo games they made, and I don't know if any other games that they made did it. But they had a few games where it kind of fried the actual consoles. So here is a picture of the supposed chip that they're using in this cartridge. And as you can see, that chip looks really cool. I don't know if it's really going to be the same color as the actual game itself, which is really weird, because, that chip looks pretty awesome. But if you look at that chip, it is way more advanced than the Super Nintendo chip that originally had Doom. So if you run this on your Super Nintendo system, it may fry it. I don't know. So they did have some complaints, and I don't know if they settled out of court or if there was lawsuits or what happened. All I know is there was a couple games that they made that kind of destroyed the old hardware. Because you have to think about it, right? So this game right here, it runs on a faster processing speed, and it has to have a solid power source. A power source that is a continuous, 12 volts, or whatever. So it has to have a certain amount of voltage, whether it's 5 volts supplied or whatever. And who knows if it has a battery save option, if any of that could if you look at the processors on this thing, it's strapped to the gills. Okay, so if you're going to buy this game, people, okay, because there's a limited amount, if you're going to be buying this thing, keep in mind that if you're gonna play it, try playing it on the analog NT system or the analog system that was made for Super Nintendo cartridges. Now, they're not the only ones, just so you know. Okay, so you don't have to go with analog because analog sold out and you have to buy them off of eBay for way overpriced prices. There are other people out there. There's Polymega or Polymega, depends on how you want to say it. Polymega. They have a Super Nintendo 4K system. Now, they might be sold out, or they might still be available if you go look on their website. Some of those actually are still available, and you can buy them on eBay for a fair price, or maybe a lesser price than analog, because analog is like overly priced. You know, it's funny because these things only cost like $80 to $250, you know, for those systems. And here is your last stab at the Super Nintendo with HDMI. That's right, folks. There is one more option. It's called. You gonna say it with me? Huh? 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 It is Amazon. That's right, people. Amazon is selling consoles that play old Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Genesis game cartridges without a problem for $80. Usually about 80 to $90 or whatever. And they have the retro bit one, they have the old school one, they have all these other ones on there to play this stuff in HDMI, 4K, 1080p, whatever it is. You'll see they hook up with HDMI and they do work on your TV. Now let's take a look here, everybody. So you do have a collector's edition available, and you're going to be getting a box that looks like the old-fashioned box. And also, the countdown has begun. This item is not gone on sale yet. It'll be available on Friday, July 11th at 10 a.m. Now, here's the thing. You literally have 1 day, 12 hours. This countdown has begun. Okay? The countdown has begun. So, you can buy a system off of Amazon to play this for $80-$90, which works great, and I had no problems at all with it. You can try your old game system, but I'm going to say if you want to keep your old game system without damaging it, I would just buy that $80-$90 one off Amazon. I'm not trying to promote sales. I'm just telling you now, okay? The analog system, it's a fortune on eBay if you don't already own one. People are selling them for over $1,000. And you know what? Who cares about that? Because it's not that golden. Polymega, or Polymega, however you want to say it, they are selling theirs still. I think they call them, like, what is it? Is it an EM1, EM2, EM3, EM4, EM5, EM5 or E05 or E5 or whatever. E5 is a 64. So actually, you can, instead of waiting around for analog, you know, they're actually on the same time basis as analog. So I'm going to be doing a little video on that. We have some updates coming with that here in a few. But yes, the countdown has begun. They're only making 666 copies of this. Their last thing that they came out with, I kind of figured they would wait until October to come out with this. What I was told is into spring or summer, they want to get it out by October. But what they want to do is take your pre-order now and then get it to you by October is what they're wanting to do. But the problem is we have these tariffs in China, and we all know how shipping is. Are they really going to do this to us? So this is basically like $200. So $174.99. $175 for this dang thing, and it's great and all. It comes with a poster, as you can see, a gunmetal colored with blood splatter, and then they got some sort of individual numbered certificate of authenticity. So we're all going for that number of 666. I'm opening mine. And then the original instruction booklet, which came with the Super Nintendo. I did a video on this a little while back. You know I'm buying it. I'm sorry. Get in line. And then and it's pretty pricey, because if you figure a Super Nintendo game this day and age, really it's not worth anything. You know, $20 to $60. You know, and due to the age and out of date, it'd be better to just get the, you know, we can play Doom. Doom should not be so damn expensive. Doom is everywhere. You can play Doom right now on any game system, any platform, anywhere. And they've proven that. So why so expensive? Well, some people love that nostalgia and they want their Super Nintendo to run again. So we are going to be testing this game out when it comes. And so Doom Collector's Edition with limited run games is awesome. I have a lot of limited run stuff. And this year I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of unboxing of limited run stuff that are collector's editions. I was going to do them sooner, but we kind of decided to make a game room, a kids room, and all this other stuff. I had a whole bunch of stuff to do. So Collector's Edition Doom is for sale. Now let's take a look and see what their standard edition looks like. So their standard edition still has the timer, and they're saying $100 for just the standard one. Now this is going to get you the game, okay? This is going to get you the game for $99 for $100. Now that's all you really want is the game that has everything, right? Because that's what it is. But I'm sure that the chip on the inside is exactly the same as the one in the other one. So, am I going to buy both of these and open them up and see what they look like? I know that Limited Run Games actually does some cheap stuff. So, I'll be amazed if it even works. But I'm not trying it on my old system. So, we have a time deadline here. It looks like you can buy as many of these as you want. It says the cartridge is... Doom cartridge is on playable cartridge for the Super NES. So Doom is on a playable cartridge for the Super NES. We don't know if this is real. This is an open pre-order for a limited time. So if you can't get your Super version that comes with everything, the standard edition comes with the booklet, the game box, and the poster. So the only thing it's missing is your certificate of authenticity and the cartridge that looks different. So if you have to downstep, it's not a downstep. It's not a big deal. They're charging you an extra $80 for the same damn thing. It's just a different painted case with a sticker on it and a voucher that has a number. Okay? So, I would almost bet that they're actually making more than this. And they're not really telling you the truth. The reason being is they're probably going to sell a few of them on eBay. You know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Or for themselves. Or think about it. If you get a version of it and it don't work, what are they going to do then? Did they expect you to open it and test it? What if you get one that don't work? You send it back? Your number is voided then, right? So they have to make extras. If they screwed you on that. So, they'll probably just send you the gunmetal colored cart. Just the basics. So this is gunmetal colored. Why not just get this version? It's not limited to 666. So, I don't know if this can really push the full version on a Super Nintendo. So the chip is doing all the work in this thing. So if the chip's doing all the work without the lag, this game was horrible on the Super Nintendo. It had the sound, it had like the sound and stuff, but they had to cut out a lot of content to make this game work. And I wanted to cover a lot more in my main video that I did on this, but the video would have been like an hour or more long, you know, and you guys didn't want to see a video like that. You know, it's like forever video, you know. So, anyways, I'm putting this out. The countdown has begun. Collector's edition is available. Your standard's $99. The collector's edition is pumping. Awesome. So the only difference is, like I said, is you've got just the case. The case is the only difference. You know, it's the only thing that's different, literally. And it's not that big of a deal. It says wait, page isn't responding. So I wanted to zoom in, but check out that timer, people. That's what we're looking at. Getting a timer like that you know. Uh, the improved, definitive Doom Super NES experience. So they're going to have everything on here, and I'm not too sure exactly how much this thing is really worth it to you people. I know you're going to be putting it online, saying it's going to be a lot of money. Let's try not to go there this time, people, because the honest to God truth is that's a little expensive. So your standard edition still gives you quite a bit of stuff, okay? So if you can't get the collectors, it's not a big deal. You're still getting the same damn thing. All you need is this right here. That's all you need. So we'll see if I can get my pre-order in on time. Because a lot of people work and a lot of people do stuff, and not everybody can do collector's edition time. So as you can see, it's the same damn thing. The paint job is the only thing that's different, and you get a card of authenticity. So a card of authenticity is the only difference. So it's up to you guys on that. Make the call. I would say try to steer away from your standard, steer away from the collector's edition because it's just overpriced. People are going to drop high numbers on this, but I hate to tell you, I don't think it's really going to sell good on eBay, because there's so many Doom games out. Why would you want to play this when you've already played it? I mean, you can play it right now on your PC. What's going to be the difference? So, there's one more thing I wanted to drop before this is over. There is a controller. Oh yeah, and it has a rumble feature. They're saying $40, $34.99 for the controller. Everybody, get down! The pre-order opens up. Now, how many are they going to allow of these? Because I didn't want to say this out loud, people, but I'm probably going to order like 5 million of these. So it says it has 2 rumble motors. If you look right here, 2 rumble motors. So Super Nintendo never had anything that vibrated. It was the 64 that started the vibration thing. And then PlayStation picked it up. Yeah. So, of course it says all this stuff right here. It is a wired controller with dual rumble. This is an open pre-order for a limited time. So the controller packs 2 rumble motors, further immerse yourself, gear up. So this controller is a one-of-a-kind Super Nintendo controller and plugs into your Super Nintendo. I hate to say it, but they say right here, if you look in, it says artwork and 3D renders subject to change. So that kind of worries me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get a look at that. They put that in there in fine print. So the artwork could change because China messed up. That's right. So, this controller is badass. The buttons on a normal Super Nintendo controller, I thought were right in the middle. I'll have to go look. I'm not going downstairs tonight to look. But, this is awesome. This is awesome. And I'm definitely getting a controller. We're going to be doing an open box situation. I'm going to be contacting limited run games on this. And this is really where it's at right now for your nostalgia fix. We have Polymega popping. Polymega is restocking their Nintendo 64 systems. We have Analog 3D popping. We have Doom popping on limited run games. So everybody, keep it real, because this is awesome. This is unbelievable. There's nothing I can say that's more awesome than this. I mean, I'm not trying to support these guys. I'm just telling you, this is how awesome it is. I wish they would just have kept the controller solid red. I don't really know about the green needs to be in there. Just solid red works for me, because if that green is a sticker, it's going to wear off or something if you do use it. And just, a couple other things, there's, I don't know. I'm just saying they could have went with something different. why it says limited run. Why can't it say Doom? Because this is about Doom. Why couldn't it say something else? Or like it says subject to change. I'm not really a fan of the whole green thing. It looks like a turtle. I don't know. I think it'd be cool if they put like a demon face right in the middle here, and then it said Doom on it, or something like that. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. So this is awesome. There's a controller. There's a cool ass game. I didn't think this was gonna, like, I thought they really delayed it because of the whole tariffs thing and because of China having issues. But they're trying to get these pre-orders in. I don't know if they're being crazy about this or what, but I've tried to order from limited run games before. Okay, like I've said in previous videos, and I literally got stuck. Their website will lag up, and you will also have issues pre-ordering it, and you'll get denied, and you'll get rain checked, and all that stuff. So I've tried to order shit before, and I've had it. You know what I'm gonna say. So keep it real, everybody. 666 copies spread amongst everybody. I want to know the guy that got the number 666. And how do you know without opening it? Is there a way to know? Well, we're going to find out. But we won't find out until it releases. So, that's that. Anybody with any questions, drop them down in the links below. Limited Run Games is doing it again. We've got a controller. We've got an awesome game to check out. And I'll see you guys on the next one.